So what about your promise to Granny Valentine not to sell the house?
Look, I never made that promise.
No, but I did.
How long have you been listening?
Long enough, and I'm not letting you sell this house, Stephen.
Well, you may not have no choice, dear sister. I already spoke to my lawyer, and he said that I have a very strong case. So strong, in fact, that he doubts that any judge will go against it.
I earn much more money than you do, little brother. And I'll bring all my resources into this fight. And I'll tie this case up in appeal after appeal before I let you sell 1 square foot of this property. Stop it! Both of you!
This is not what Granny wanted for this family.
Very, very moving there. That is from Dearest Daddy. And the full thing is going to be coming up soon. Here for us to learn, well, to teach us rather more this morning is Joy Mapp-Jobity. She is the producer, and we're also going to be talking about more than just movies, Caravan. Good morning, Joy, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show this morning. All right, so I think one of the first things we have to talk about is Dearest Daddy, because that's very, very moving.
Yes.
So just give us a little bit of background into
Okay,
it.
so the film is actually called Dearest Daddy God. And it's a film that tells the story of a Trinbagonian single mom who returns home to Trinidad and Tobago through a range of different circumstances. And she returns home after 16 years to reconcile with God and family. The film has a lot of themes that we can connect with. So the themes of reconciliation and forgiveness, the themes of faith, and there's, of course, the core theme of God's love and faithfulness. The title, Dearest Daddy God, is actually based on the way the main character's grandmother would write her prayers. So instead of praying just vocally, she would write, Dearest Daddy God, and then write her prayers. And that's where the title comes from. The screenplay on which the film is based, I'm also the screenwriter, I'm the one who wrote the play, actually did well, very well, I'd say, at Movie Guide's Kairos Prize, the 2019 edition. And this is a prize for spiritually uplifting screenplays for beginning and new screenwriters. So I give glory to God for that.
Excellent, and congratulations to you. One of the things you did mention, of course, is that this is just a clip. There is more to come. So when can we look forward to seeing the film in its entirety?
Okay, so what we have right now is a movie demo that's based on 4 scenes of the movie. The intention is to complete filming later this year and then have the full movie available for local viewership in Christmas next year. Right? Because the movie is set against Christmas. It takes the opportunity to really feature the beauty and the uniqueness of a Trini Christmas. So that's why we're filming around Christmas time, and then we would make it release it publicly Christmas time next year.
Wonderful. So in the meantime, of course, the Caravan is taking place.
Yes.
What exactly is the Caravan?
Right, so the Caravan is actually a roving entertainment night where we provide audiences in different communities with the opportunity to actually view the movie demo along with other award-winning short films, one from Jamaica and one from the US, as well as the well-known children's episodic TV series, Superbook. So they're all linked to Christmas in some way, and we're packaging it all together so that we can have a really enjoyable night at the movies, quote unquote, but this will be in the communities. And it's not just the movies. We have games, we have giveaways, we have prizes. Of course, refreshments are included, and even face painting. We really are looking to promote the movie itself, Dearest Daddy God, but within the context of providing a wide range of entertainment for various communities.
What inspired the creation of this roving movie night?
Well, the idea was to get the film out there, so it's part of our marketing strategy and promotion strategy for the film. But when we thought about it, wait a minute, there's Christmas in July. And then we thought about it, why just feature the demo? Why don't we make this something that everybody can enjoy and make sure that the combination of movies that we put together covers all age groups? And then we just wanted it to be fun.
Has the caravan started already?
The caravan started in Arima last week Sunday, and it's moving on. So next week, Saturday on the 26th, we're going to be in St. Joseph. So it's for St. Joseph and environs, and that's going to be at the Cayman Road Community Center. And then after that, we hit south. So on Saturday, the 2nd of August, we're going to be in San Fernando. And then our final caravan event will be at Williamsville. For Williamsville Environment, we're going to be at Jesus Worship Center in Williamsville. And in San Fernando, we're going to be at Revival Time Assembly.
This is quite interesting because I don't think we've seen something like this in Trinidad and Tobago. Is this the first of its kind?
Well, it's the first of its kind that I know of. I'll put it that way. But hopefully it's not going to be the last, because what we idea too is to take cinema to the people. Yes, we do have the options of going to the various cineplexes. I know everybody's streaming, but what we're bringing is an opportunity to bring it close to you, but bring it close to you in a fun environment. And that's the difference that we're working on with the caravan.
I can only imagine how many people it must take to have this roving production going on, including the activities that you would have shared. What is the size of your team and who is involved?
That's an interesting question. It doesn't take as many people as you think. So I'd say the size of my team is probably about 8 to 9 in total. And it's made up of myself and my fellow producers. There are 3 producers. My husband, who is the tech person, so he handles everything with the film and the projector and so on. And then we have the cast. We have members of the cast who also support as well.
Okay, and where can we get more information about this? Because I'm assuming, is there some kind of registration that's necessary, or it's just a walk-in?
It's walk-in, but we do have the Darius Daddy God Facebook page and also the Darius Daddy God Instagram account. So you can just follow either one, and we will give you additional information. In fact, right after this interview, we're probably going to post something.
Great.
At least later on today.
No.
So persons can get more information, and it literally is walk-in.
Now, this...
Well, walk-in and pay at the door, I should say.
Now, one of the themes... And pay at the door, you said?
Yes.
So what's the contribution?
It's a fundraising event. It's $80 for adults and $25 for children 12 and under.
Okay, so Joy, let's go to the theme of this, because it is very faith-based.
Very.
So far, what feedback have you received, not just from those who are coming to enjoy the film and enjoy the activities, but even from, let's say, corporate Trinidad and Tobago sponsorship? Is this something that is accessible?
In terms of corporate Trinidad and Tobago, we very much welcome their interest. In March, what we did, we actually had a private viewing of the demo, and that private viewing was for churches across 4 Caribbean countries. So this is not just a TNT film, it really reflects our Caribbean culture. And also, at the private viewing, we had representatives from Christian business associations, and the feedback was favorable. So the interest is there, and it's just a matter of formalizing the relationship. So anyone from corporate Trinidad and Tobago who is listening and interested, feel free to reach out to us. You can actually WhatsApp me if you wish at 2920228, or you can message us via our Facebook or Instagram.
Joy, what is the ideal outcome you would like to see from your film being out there in the space?
Okay, so the film serves different purposes. For me personally, it's the message. The message is very important, that God is a loving, faithful Father, because that's based on my lived experience. My father died when I was very young, and I can honestly say God stepped into that space. I didn't have to ask him. I didn't have to beg him. He just stepped in. So it's a personal tribute from my perspective, and it's a message that I think there are people who need to hear this message. People go through all kinds of things, and many times people feel alone, as our main character in the story felt. Alone and abandoned, and having to face life and life challenges on her own. And the message is that's not so. He's always watching. He's there, even when you don't think so. That's the first thing. The other thing is we really would like this movie to begin what we call a cinematic revolution in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Because what we find is we're not seeing a lot of faith-affirming film. We're not seeing a lot of necessary wholesome content in our cinemas, locally produced or regionally produced. And they are, but they're not prominent. And this is really an invitation to persons and organizations who want to see more of that type of content. We are actually encouraging churches to partner with us because we're going to use the opportunity of making the film to train persons from churches or persons who are interested in making faith-affirming content from the writing, because as we've established, the writing was recognized even in Hollywood. So from the crafting of the story all the way up to the quality of the production, to the acting, to everything, we are willing to train persons so that others can continue and also put out their faith-affirming film. Something that we experienced that surprised us. Our cast members are predominantly persons of faith. And the amount of cast members who have said, just reading the script has affected them. I got the sense from them, some of them were searching for this kind of opportunity to be in this kind of film.
Right.
So we want more of that content. We want an alternative to what's available. We want people to be able to have that kind of choice. So it's not just about Dare Study God. It's much bigger than that. It's about expanding what is available for local and regional audiences.
Good. So we're looking at ideally helping the industry as well for those stakeholders who are on the ground looking for work, also expanding to the viewers that different sort of genre.
Yes.
Very quickly, before we go, in your experience and from what you've seen so far, why do you think there is that gap right now in the industry?
That is a very good question. I'm not sure it's a question that I can answer, to be quite honest. I'm really not sure why.
Yeah.
I just know it's a gap that I've been seeing for a number of years. It started when I would go to cinema and I would look at the marquees. I would look on what's at offer and I'd be, okay, I'm not seeing a lot of faith-affirming content. And even when I do see faith-affirming content, it's not us.
Yeah.
It's not from Trinidad and Tobago. It's not from the Caribbean. And that is something that has been of concern to me for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is part of my way of trying to close that gap. We need to see us. I mean, we're seeing more of us, but we also need to see more of us in the faith-affirming space.
Definitely.
Because we live faith as well.
We do. We live faith every single day.
Every single day.
Well, Joy, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a joy to have you with us on set this morning and looking forward to seeing more coming out of Dearest Daddy God and the entire revolution of the film space.
Thank you so much for having me and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Joy Mapp-Jobity, producer, here with us this morning, speaking about the More Than Just Movies Caravan. Make sure that you go to the Dearest Daddy God Facebook page to get more information and take the family out and have some fun. We'll be back in a few moments after this break.
I safe inside any place long as I